What's going on, YouTube? It's NoChainzz, and I'm back for another commentary, and this is another episode of my Jacksonville Jaguars Connected Careers. And if you didn't see last week how we started out our title defense, you can click the annotation that's on the screen right now. Last week we faced the Pittsburgh Steelers in a primetime game. Now that we're Super Bowl champions, we get a ton of primetime games. Speaking of those, we play another one versus the Cincinnati Bengals, my favorite team in the NFL. And we have to contain A.J. Green, obviously the biggest threat that the Cincinnati Bengals have. But without further ado, let's get into this game.
We're here at Paul Brown Stadium for this matchup between the Jaguars and the Bengals.
Hello friends, Jim Nance alongside Phil Simms. We're live here tonight for this primetime matchup. There's all kinds of energy and excitement in the air as these teams are ready to take center stage. How about it, Phil?
Oh man, it's going to be a lot of people watching this game tonight. The old bad eye is on you. So in other words, we're going to focus in on these players. It's going to be fun.
Last week we were able to get the run game going, and Kaepernick didn't really have to throw too many passes, but when he did, they weren't particularly on target. He threw some bad passes. With these sliders, you really have to have a good quarterback as far as ratings go, because he can't make all the throws like Kaepernick could last season due to these sliders. We did win that game, not in a lopsided fashion. We only won by 7, but that was due to a late rally by them. Nonetheless, we start off our title defense 1-0, and Kaepernick's back to pass. He hit Randy Moss, but he ended up dropping it, and this pass is going to be deflected by the Cincinnati defensive lineman, and out comes Andy Dalton. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Not a good start to the year for him last week versus whoever they played. I'm not sure who they played, but he's coming out into the field, and they have Danny Woodhead as their tailback, and they're going to hit Hilliard out of the backfield, and he's going to take a pass for 26 yards, and Andy Dalton handed it off to the left side, and Woodhead will be tackled by Lane, and Dalton's back to pass again, looking, and it's going to find Jermaine Gresham really quick. Let me go on a quick rant. Okay, you saw what just happened right there. Madden doesn't let the player that's near the ball make the play on the ball unless the ball is being thrown to the person that they're manning up. I hope that made sense to you guys. I'm not sure if it did, but if it doesn't, just take a look at that play where Gresham caught that pass on the right side. You'll understand. But on 3rd down and 12, Andy Dalton's just going to throw this one away dangerously to the middle of the field. They would settle for a field goal, and Maurice Jones-Drew going out to the right side, getting a good 7 yards on that play. You guys know we like to run the ball, and here he is again on the right side, getting good blocking from Randy Moss. Speaking of Randy Moss, he is very, very fragile, so you guys will see me running out of bounds with him a lot. And here's Justin Blackman breaking off the tackle of Leon Hall, getting tackled after the 20-yard gain right there. And we're going to try to play action. They're shading to the left. Kaepernick is rolling out to the right. We're going to hit our free agent addition, Jacob Hester, and he gets 9 yards right there and the first down. And later on 2nd down and 6, Kaepernick is going to find Todd Heap, another free agent pickup we did in the preseason. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not, but that was because Zach Miller did not re-sign and we did not get one in the draft. I actually forgot. But we got Todd Heap, and he made the play right there. But on 3rd down 3, Kaepernick's back to pass. Gonna find Randy Moss, and he drops it. And like I said before, he's pretty fragile. He got injured in the last game, and he's injured in this one as well. I hope he doesn't do that all season, because we will need him. But he will come back in this game. Not a long-term injury. But here's our standout rookie so far. I'm calling him standout a little bit too early, but look, he just gets destroyed right there, and Brock will recover the fumble. But like I said, I'm calling him standout a little too early because he did get a kick return touchdown last week in the Steelers game. So I'm hoping he can do that, and maybe eventually he'll get into the offensive game and get in as a receiver for this team. But they're going to miss this field goal right here. I believe they have Neil Rackers, if I'm not mistaken now. And the Bengals have made some very good moves. They actually helped out their backfield by getting Woodhead. I'm not sure if they still have Ben Jarvis, Green, Ellis. I should look at these teams' rosters before I actually play them so I can update you guys on who they've gotten. But I do know they have Woodhead, who's going to take a pretty hefty gain right here. I mean, not gain, loss. I'm sorry. take a pretty hefty loss right there. 3rd down and 12. Dalton back to pass. Looking, going to find a wide open Armand Benz, who now plays for the Miami Dolphins in real life after being cut by the Bengals or placed on waivers, which baffles me. But another thing that baffles me is how Woodhead got all these yards and dodged all those tackles, getting down to the 18-yard line right there. Our defense has to play better. I tailored this defense to stop the run with the 3-4, but they're going to find Mohamed Sanu down in the end zone for a touchdown. Great throw by Andy Dalton. So the Super Bowl champions are down, and Kaepernick's going to run this one. He's going to slide. He learned his lesson last week diving, but he slid this week and got the safe gain right there. Here he is again, back to pass, going to find Justin Blackman. That's a throw that Kaepernick will make 1 out of 5 times on these sliders, but he's going to take a sack right here, and that will stall our drive. 3rd down and 19. We have to get a conversion right here if we want to get points. He's just going to throw it deep, overthrows Randy Moss by a mile, and they get the ball back with 1 minute left, which is more than enough time for Andy Dalton, AJ Green, and Mohamed Sanu is just going to break out of that crowd right there and get a nice game right there. So Mohamed Sanu is just doing his thing on us right now. We really have to shut him down. Andy Dalton tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of time. Going to find Mohamed Sanu again, and they're going to tack on 15 yards for the face mask penalty right there. So we really have to shut down Sanu. I thought it was AJ Green we had to worry about, but Mohamed Sanu obviously has progressed and developed into a star wide receiver, because that's exactly what he's playing like. Even with all those big plays, their offense eventually stalled, and they would tack on 3 from Neil Rackers. In 20 seconds for Colin Kaepernick, we're going to lob this one up deep, find Randy Moss, and get the touchdown. But no, they call that down on the 1-yard line. That is completely ridiculous. Kaepernick on 3rd down and goal, and a great diving defensive play from Nate Clements. That would take us into the 3rd quarter after a field goal from Josh Scobie, our franchise tagged kicker, which may seem odd to some of you guys, but we hit Mercedes Lewis for a nice gain on the right side, and reading the comeback route to perfection is Reggie Nelson, and he is outrunning, breaking the tackle, getting his team great field position, doing his thing after catching the interception. And here's Danny Woodhead throwing off the tackle of Posluszny and getting 9 yards on that play, over 100 yards. Maybe this defensive line isn't as good as I wanted it to be, because Woodhead is just shredding us right now, and Woodhead's going to get it again and take a loss by the hands of Dale Smith. So 3rd down and goal. Dalton back to pass, looking, going to throw an interception, but nope. Rasheem Mathis dropped it. They never catch those in Madden, which is kind of making me upset. But look at the crazy acrobat catch by Justin Blackman. And the Bengals are, just working us right now. They stopped us on that 3rd down, but we have to go for it. We're going to find Justin Blackman with the clutch catch right there. We have to score right here if we want a chance to come back in this game. We're going to hit Blackman again. He's going to break a tackle but still get hit by number 51 for the 11-yard gain right there. So not a good day for Kaepernick, pretty good day for Dalton. We're going to hit Justin Blackman again, and he is just catching so many good passes on this drive. He is definitely playing like a clutch receiver. And here's Kaepernick getting away from the D lineman, going to take this one in for the touchdown, rushing touchdown for Colin Kaepernick. He's not getting it done in the air except for on that drive, but he did get the rushing touchdown to end off that drive. So we are only down by 3, and Woodhead is shut down on a toss play. Dalton back to pass with tons of time again. Gonna throw a risky pass right there, and the Jaguars get the ball back. Gonna hand it off to the right side to Maurice Jones-Drew, getting a big chunk of yards, getting us in field goal position. And on 2nd down and 13 after taking a loss, Kaepernick's back to pass. Gonna find Randy Moss for the 13-yard gain right there. So we are looking good. 3rd down and 4. Kaepernick's back to pass, gonna find Andrew Hawkins from the Cincinnati Bengals last year. Actually, he played for the Patriots last year. Correction. In real life, he played for the Bengals, but I picked him up too because we were under the limit for wide receivers. But Andy Dalton's gonna throw this one, almost picked off, forcing 4th down. So all we have to do is run the clock out, but we end up stalling, so we have to punt it back to them, and Woodhead returns that one right there. So they have 1 minute and 26 seconds on this 4th down to get a touchdown to win the game, and I could have tackled him right there. That was a complete brain cramp by me trying to strip it. Why in the world would I want to strip it when I know that if I just tackle him, we would get the ball back? But hey, what's done is done. But Andy Dalton's going to go deep on this play to Sanu, and he comes down with it, and a late hit out of anger by Dwight Lowry right there. So they take the lead by 3 points. Kaepernick has to lead a drive to get us at least to overtime. Kaepernick is back to pass under pressure. Going to be picked off for the second time by Reggie Nelson in this game. That play really pissed me off when I was playing it. I'm not going to lie. I know I shouldn't tell you guys stuff like that, but it really did. But nonetheless, the Jaguars lose this game by a score of 23-20. Definitely had ample chances to win the game. Just couldn't make a play. A really bad day from Kaepernick. Bad day for our secondary. Couldn't stop Mohamed Sanu. But hey, we are sitting at 1-1 right now, so we still have a chance. It's really early in the season, so I'm not really going to make any changes due to this one loss. They just played better than us today, so hopefully next week when we play the Carolina Panthers, we will be able to do something a little more than what we did today. A really good receiving day for Justin Blackman, gets the honorable mention even though we lost. But I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.